funny to me, I would tell everyone young and God taught it. I showed them who's down in some Kai, it's on my cancer. Good evening, my name is Sandra Rambler. I'm a proud, full-blooded San Carlos tribal member. I am a woman of many colors. I'm a woman that is not afraid to speak out. I'm a woman that started a fight maybe almost 30 years ago. It began with Mount Graham, fighting Senator McCain, Senator DeConcini, John Kyle, a whole lot of representatives and senators that we had within the state of Arizona. And then we continued that fight on to Oak Flat, and Apache we call it Chichen Vishtabotet, which means the land covered with acorn. And there's just a whole lot of things that have been going on. We have a big history behind that. But I think the most important thing that I wanted to point out tonight is my heart is at Oak Flat, and it pains me. I am so angry. But the best way to fight this battle is through knowledge, is through networking, is through reaching out to people like yourselves. For the women who are fighters, water protectors, land defenders, you know that we can never go to the beauty shop and get our hair done and get our nails done, because we don't have time to sit around and do those things. Time is of the essence. Time is very important. It's all about timing. 1 minute you might be busy doing something, but another minute your mind is already rambling on to what you need to do. When I talk about networking, it's about contacting your leaders, starting with your community, your tribal leaders, your state leaders, your national leaders, and even coming out to the international leaders. I have great grandparents that are buried at Oak Flat, so it's of great cultural significance to our people. I come from the Tukai Whitewater Eagle clan. I have a lot of relatives, and thank you, Lapon Apaches, our brothers, for being here. I'm proud of you. I've met your leadership, and they've come with us in the Apache Alliance and stand forth against this. We thank you again. We've had 566 tribes throughout NCAI, National Congress of American Indians, that have all passed resolutions to join us in this fight as well. And I had the wonderful opportunity to take some youth during their break. I had 6 college students that I volunteered to take with me. They just came on a spur of the moment on a Friday morning. They came in and they said, "What are you doing this weekend?" I said, "Well, I don't really have anything planned right now." I said, "Why?" "We should go to Standing Rock." Standing Rock? I only dreamt of being there because I didn't go to Wounded Knee. I was too young. I didn't make it to Wounded Knee, or else I would have been there if I hadn't been old enough. And so they said, "Let's go to Standing Rock." And it was like, oh my gosh, Standing Rock? Really? Do you guys have driver's license to help drive? Do you guys have any money? What are we going to drive? So I was fortunate that my brother is our tribal chairman, serving his 2nd term, and I called upon him and asked him if we could utilize his van, and he said, "Sure, here's the keys and I'll fill up the gas." So we were on our way to Standing Rock, and I tell you, those kids that went, it really affected them. They wanted to stay. They wanted to stay, and I said, "I have to take them home. Their families will be mad at me if I don't bring you home." But they really wanted to stay because there was so much love there. There was so much. It was like a magnet drawing you to a cause that you were so much a part of, that you knew that you were at the right place at the right time. You knew that your heart was there, and you knew that you were with them. You were united as one nation, one people, one voice. One battle. We were all together like a basket that's woven all together, all the intricate pieces just falling into one. And we had one experience coming back. And on the way back, we stopped in North Dakota at a gas station. We spent like hundreds of dollars on gas. And I told him, if you have any problems or feel any way, or have you feel that you've been mistreated or misconceived in some way, tell me. So I waited in the van because I wanted them to learn, because this was a learning experience for them. And so they came back and they said, they're looking at us real funny in there. They're telling us to stand by the door and go in one by one while everybody else is going in as a group or family. I said, what? And they told us that we can't use the restroom unless that one goes, one comes out, and whatnot. And I thought, okay, what else? Well, we wanted to walk around, but they were looking at us like we were going to steal stuff. I said, oh my goodness. I said, okay, well, let's go then. So I went in, and I brought them in with me. I said, we're customers. And they didn't say anything. And it was at a grocery, it was at a gas station where they sold like hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, and whatnot. So I said to the group, order whatever you want up there. So we ordered about $45 worth of food. And then I said, oh, well, you guys can go wait in the van. I said, go ahead. I need to use the restroom, plus I need to go get my wallet and I'll be back. I'll be back in time to pay for it, I said. So, did what I did, came back, brought my bag into the store, and I looked around. I said, I don't see any signs in here. They said, what kind of signs? A sign that tells me that I have to pay for what I ordered, I said. And they just looked at me like, and I said, you know what? Have a nice day. We're going to take our business somewhere else where people are going to smile and welcome us. I said, I walked out. And the kids just like, oh my God, did you really, really do that? Are they going to follow us? Are they going to call the cops on us? I said, let them. What are we guilty of? We're not guilty of anything. We didn't steal anything. I said, we don't have no binding contract with them. But that was one of the lessons that they learned, is that they learned how to stand up and speak up for themselves and be proud of who they are as Native Americans. They were passionate and so that was one of the lessons that we had learned there. But when we got there, it was so exciting because as soon as we got there, there was like a lot of people, there were a lot of teepees. It was so exciting. We drove down the hill going into it, and there was just teepees everywhere. We saw they were tribal flags, and they're like, where's our flag? Where's our flag? As soon as they saw it, they were honking the horn, yelling and screaming and waving. And then everybody was hustling. There were horses there, cars, trucks, just going down this way. We're like, oh, I don't know where they're going, but let's follow them. So we drove along with them. Drove along where they were going. We followed them and went down to the riverbed. And there was a bunch of mud and whatnot. We ended up getting stuck in the mud, but we didn't care. We were just all gung-ho. We had our protect Oak Flat signs and save Oak Flat signs. We just took off down there. I have my traditional clothes on, my feathers and everything. I was ready to pray. And then we got there. One of the people there had recognized me, and he said, we need a prayer for the water, we need a prayer. We need a prayer done right now. So they gave me that, they had a bullhorn, so they gave that to me, and I went down to the river, and those officers were standing up on top of the hill, looking down at us. And they had their guns, their weapons, and the kids were scared. Be careful, they told me. I said, well, you guys can stay there if you want to. You can walk down. They're not going to do anything to me. I said, they're not going to do anything to any of us. And so I walked down. So then some of the group followed me. We all stood there. And I prayed and I blessed the water. And they just kind of backed off. And they just kind of put their weapons down because they knew that we were there in prayer. And so, but the kids learned that the best weapon that you have as a Native American is the power of prayer. When you pray in your language, or however way it is that you pray, we are connected directly to our Creator. Our Creator is the one that gave us life, Mother Earth. White Shell woman in our Apache way. She's like our Mother Earth to us. And she created a way for us where we have our ceremonies. We have the coming of age ceremonies where the women, we live in a matrilineal society within our culture, and the women are the leaders. The women are the ones that are the matriarchs of the house. They're the ones that teach. they're the ones that just have the patience, have the love, the understanding, the commitment to be able to hold families together. And this is what's happening at Oak Flat. We're strengthening the message to our youth. And I'm so proud to see our youth here. Thank you. Children. Do it for them, you know? We fight for them. We fight for the children that are yet to be born. Because it is up to us to carry that torch. It is up to us to keep that fire going. Because our ancestors, they had the fire going. In the spirit of our ancestors, this is what makes us move as natives today. That's what makes us who we are as land defenders. That's what makes us who we are as water protectors. We do not hold back. You do not hold back. Teach your children. Be proud. Stand firm. Know your language. Know your culture. Know where you come from. Know what it means when the water's running. Know what it means when it's raining. Know what it means when there's a burial going on. We're burying our beloved people. Know what it means when they take their spirit journey. These are the things that are our responsibilities. And the way I see it, we have all these fires burning, different fires here on every reservation. But I guarantee you, when they all come together and cultivate as one, there's going to be one big fireball going that the United States or nobody can stop. Not even Senator McCain, not even Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we are your worst nightmare. I guarantee you. You can try to kill Native Americans, but you cannot kill us at all. You cannot kill our spirit. Our spirit is way too strong. And I'm so proud to be here tonight. I had met Winona a while back when she was lecturing over at NAU, and I was hoping that I would catch her. Is she here? Over here, Winona. Can you come up here? So Winona, I am going to grace her with a song. And it's going to be in the Apache language. But before I do that, I wanted to present this to her. This is a show, White Painted Woman. She's a white painted woman in the Indian country. An internationally acclaimed woman who's a role model, who's gifted, who's talented, who's educated, who's scholastic, who's beautiful, and just has the sweetest spirit. May long live Winona to be over 100 years old. And here's a pair of earrings for her protection. And here's this is an Apache burden basket. You hear them. These are made and they're used by our Apache Mountain Spirit dancers. These are the ones that are at Long Canyon, at at Oak Flat. This is their home. This is where they dwell. When they're done dancing, they go back up there and they come back down. But this is to protect her. So when anything sounds like this, it's to cast away all evil spirits, that she will always be protected, and her family as well. One. It says, I've been around. And so it talks about her having been all over the place, because she's been all over internationally. So, and it goes like this. Nasiya fe, yunya, akuna Standing round between Oh, and Nico, and all other dude. That's a sign of her. She's been all over, or Ojibwe people, Lakota people, Oak Flat, and Standing Rock. And the second one is a song that was taught to me by a Navajo girl, so I kind of put a little bit of Apache in there. Shide, ya, Sashon Shinde, the Neviete Shakbausen. Sashon Shinde, I said, I'm Apache, but I can speak Navajo. So I'm going to share a song with you. It was taught to me by Miss Navajo when I was in San Carlos like 1,000 years ago. But anyway, this song is about this woman that is waiting. She's waiting for her partner to come back. He may have gone off to war, he may have gone off to the store, he may have left, but she's singing for him to come back. So this is a song that's for Wainonis and that all the people will always draw to her like honey attracts bees for her strength. She's on the That's just one version, but I think that's good enough. So we have an Oak Flat Apache Stronghold meeting tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Oak Flat on 5 miles east of Superior. And then we also have calling for musicians. We're going to have a musician gathering, so if you want to bring your music and whatnot, you're more than welcome to join us. We'll be there starting at noon tomorrow all day and then all day on Saturday. And if you want to Google Apache Stronghold, all the information's in there. Our organizer is Winsler Nosey Sr. He's a former chairman and he's also a former Peridot District Councilman. And he is getting ready to run for Congress in a few years, so we'll be calling upon you to support him. We need our own people in there. So I just wanted to share a few words with you about that. And Oak Flat is still being occupied. We're just right down the road here in Arizona, and you're welcome to come out, camp out. We had some climbers here from Chicago this past week. We've got some people from Montana that are there right now, and from some other places that are here, that are there and want them to come and they'll be there. So when we come and go from the reservation, so we sometimes it just depends on our schedule what we can do, but we keep it occupied at all times. So again, it's a pleasure being here. I hope you get your papers out and start networking, start put it on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is. But but I got word today that Trump pulled the Trump care bill, so he's limping out. Thank you.